I spent 10 years in finance, qualified as a chartered accountant, and studied finance at university. And one of the most important and valuable skills I have learned is how to manage my own finances, recognize my bad money habits, and break free from them. In this video, I want to share with you 6 of the most common bad money habits that stop people from reaching financial freedom and what you can do to break out of them. These bad habits slowly get you into debt, increase your financial stress, and limit your options and opportunities for growth. Hi, I'm Sabina. I'm a chartered certified accountant, and on this channel, I share knowledge and strategies about finance, entrepreneurship, and self development. Habit number 1 is not knowing your numbers. When it comes to payday, most people don't know what to do with their money and end up spending it without a plan. And before they know it, their bank balance is at zero again. It's easier not to check your bank balance to avoid stressful information, even if you know it's important, and you choose to bury your head in the sand instead of facing a problem. Psychologists call this the ostrich effect. But here is the thing: avoiding the issue will make it worse over time. So it's important to take control of your money, to reduce your financial stress, and start building wealth for the long term. One specific way of doing this is to understand where your money goes and set clear financial goals. When I have tiny pockets of time, like 5 or 10 minutes, between tasks in my calendar or waiting for the meeting, I spend that time allocating my expenses for that week into 3 categories: fundamental, which is your essential needs; fun, which is your lifestyle choices; and future you, which is your savings and investments. I have a free payday manager that makes this easy to do anywhere. I will link it in the description box for you. And then once a month, I block out just 30 minutes and review and analyze my finances for that month in my favorite coffee shop to make this task more enjoyable. I check how I'm doing against my goals, how much I have left to spend that month, and if I'm moving in the right direction. It can be incredibly powerful to have clarity about where your money is going, to be able to make better financial decisions that set you up for success. Habit number 2 is limiting your earning potential. If you are employed, there is a limit to how much you can earn and how much you can save, because your employer pays you a certain market rate for the skills that you have and the job that you do. To increase your earnings and grow your wealth, you need to change your mindset and view money as a resource that can be generated rather than limited. It's important to take charge of your financial future, be proactive, and seek potential opportunities to make more money, like asking for a pay rise, getting a second job, starting your own business, or earning passive income, because the upside potential for income growth is unlimited. One specific way of doing this is to invest in yourself, your skills, your knowledge, your capabilities, to increase your personal value. When you increase your earnings power by improving your skill set or getting better at what you do, you can ask for a pay rise or apply for a better paid job. For example, if you spend one of $500 on a course that teaches you a skill that helps you earn an extra $1,000 a year, that isn't an expense. That's a 200% return in year one on your investment. Warren Buffett famously said, "The more you learn, the more you earn." The way I've applied this habit is I block out just 30 minutes every day during my lunch break to learn something new, whether it's learning about the new investing app or reading a book on how to be more productive. These smaller lessons make a significant difference to my life and even can create new opportunities. Returns on self-investment compound in the same way that financial investments do, and the gains come from consistent effort that's compounded over time. At the end of the day, knowledge and skills that you've built are the only thing that can't be taken away from you. Habit number 3 is paying yourself last. One of the biggest mistakes most people make is paying themselves last. Every time you get paid, they spend money on rent, phone bills, subscriptions, transportations, and then whatever is left over, they treat themselves with dinners out, holidays, and iPhone upgrades as a reward for their hard work. And anything at the end of that, they try to save. But the truth is, there usually isn't much left to save. People don't realize how much they are spending on buying new things or upgrading their life. And by doing this, they make other people rich first rather than making themselves rich. Successful people do the complete opposite. They pay themselves first. That's one of the blueprints in achieving financial freedom, and that's what I encourage you to do. Set up a direct debit from your main account to your savings and investment accounts the minute you get paid, before you have a chance to spend that money. Automating this process is so important, and by doing this, you remove willpower and the need to remember your login details so you don't forget to do it. You are making the decision once to set up that automation, and then you can forget about it. And the key here is not to touch that savings account. It's like you never even had that money to begin with, and your brain will find a way to structure your finances to last the full month. You will be surprised how much you are able to save each month, and the consistency and returns will compound over time and will quietly build your wealth in the background. Warren Buffett famously said, "Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving." Habit number 4 is not investing. Most people keep a large portion of their life savings in current accounts or saving accounts because it gives them safety and security, because they know exactly how much they have and they can access it whenever they need. In general, cash is best suited for short-term goals, and it's important to keep enough of your money in cash to cover emergencies and any known expenses within the next 5 years. This could be something like a new car, home improvements, or anything else you are saving for. But the interest rate on your cash in your savings account is generally lower than the inflation rate, and there is a risk that inflation will reduce the value of your money over time. Cash might not be the best way to save for the long term and to grow your wealth, and investing in the stock market can be a better option. The stock market is generally best for investing for at least 5 years. That's because the longer you invest, the more time your investments have to grow, and the greater the chance that your money will outperform cash. In addition, investing in the stock market has historically been the best way to keep pace with or beat inflation. World's most successful investors say that the best way to start investing is to invest in index funds. When you invest in index funds like the S&P 500 or Nasdaq 100 in the US, FTSE 100 in the UK, or Nikkei 225 in Japan, they hold a variety of investments within them, which will reduce your risk by spreading it across multiple companies, sectors, and industries, which will minimize market fluctuation. For example, a popular index fund, the S&P 500, had an annual average rate of return of 13.59% in the last 10 years. If you invested $10,000 into the S&P 500 in 2016, the return on that investment would have been over $25,000 today, whereas the Bank of England interest rates were between 0.1% and 5.25% in the last 10 years. And if you deposited $10,000 in a savings account in 2016, the return on that money would have been over $2,500. As you can see, not investing in the stock market can reduce your chances of financial independence. There is a phrase in investing that you've probably heard before, which is, the best time to start was yesterday, the second best time is today. Habit number 5 is saying yes. Time is our most valuable resource, and how you choose to spend your time has a profound impact on your future and your success. If you say yes to everything, this could lead to a burnout, and your work will stop feeling enjoyable or meaningful, and you will get overwhelmed. Because of that, it's important to know your priorities and what truly matters most to you, and protect your time and energy. People who succeed long term, who actually build wealth, are comfortable with telling people no. Remember that other people don't know exactly how much work you are doing or how much energy you have. So they will often ask you to take on more work when that isn't feasible for you. Every time you say yes to something unimportant, this automatically means you are saying no to something important. Every choice you make is a trade-off. For example, saying yes to a weekend away might mean saying no to paying off your debt or saving money for your dream home. Saying yes to your friend's wedding or kids' birthday parties might mean saying no to working on your personal project. Saying yes to scrolling on your phone might mean saying no to learning a new skill. The way I've applied this habit is once a week, I make a list of all the projects I'm working on, both professional and personal, and I'm very clear on which projects on that list are most important to me and keep my quality of life high. Then I put them in my calendar, and when I get asked to take on more work or to attend certain celebrations, this helps me to decide if it's aligned with my values and my priorities, or if it's a potential distraction. Simple, I appreciate it, but I will pass is enough. When you focus on the right things and commit to the right things, this can truly support the life you are trying to create. Habit number 6 is wasting your time. Phones are the biggest time sink when it comes to distracting us from the work that we actually need to do. Quick checks that turn into 30 minutes of mindless scrolling or constant app or email notifications completely destroy our deep work time. Controlling just this one thing can dramatically improve your productivity. When you look at your phone analytics and check your screen time, you can see how many hours you waste and on which app. There are two simple strategies I implemented to help me focus more and waste less time on my phone. The first strategy is that during my scheduled deep work, I intentionally set my phone to either flight mode or put my phone in another room entirely. During this time, I won't receive any notifications. For the rest of the day, I put my phone on silent mode or keep my phone face down. That way, it feels less distractive and less demanding of my attention. And if I check my phone messages or open apps like YouTube or Instagram, I'm doing it intentionally when I choose to, making sure it's not affecting my focus or quality of my work. The second strategy is to use social media blocking apps like OneSec. That's a simple but powerful way to set strict limits about when and how much I will use my phone. These apps create enough friction to stop mindless scrolling and instead help me to choose more purposeful and inspiring content. If the content you are consuming is not adding value, unfollow it or completely delete that app from your phone. That way, you can reclaim hours of your day for more intentional work or rest. Those are the 6 of the most common bad money habits that stop people from reaching financial freedom. If you found this video helpful, please let me know in the comments below, and I would appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. If you enjoyed this video, you will also like the video on 5 million habits that changed my life. I will see you there.